Hello.
This conference will now be recorded.
Hello. Are you there? Anyone? Hello. Timing है? Huh? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good morning to all. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning to all. So, shall we start class? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Please tell your names. I am not getting here. Please just brief your names. Only names. Who all are
Sir,
there? I want to
Gayatri.
know. Gayatri. Okay. Next.
Amruta.
Amruta. Next. Fast.
Shreya.
Shreya. Okay, next. Okay, anyhow, shall we continue? Shall we start? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, are you getting the things? Getting the screen?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, now what is there in the present screen? What is there here in the present screen
Ani.
over Animarma? Okay, so what we have yesterday, what things we have completed? What we have completed yesterday?
क्षिप्र तलहृदय कुर्च कुर्जशिरा
Okay,
मणिबंध
okay,
Animarma.
इंद्रप्रकोष्ठ
okay.
कुरपर आणि
Okay.
वाहवी.
Okay. Please tell anyone, please just tell or name the joints of the upper limb. Important joints of the upper limb.
Shoulder joint, elbow joint, wrist joint.
Shoulder joint, wrist
Okay.
joint.
Okay. Very good. Just name the bones of the upper limb. Few bones.
Humerus,
Humerus,
radius, ulna.
Okay.
Radius,
Then,
ulna.
okay.
Metacarpal.
carpals,
Carpal bones, metacarpal bones, phalanges, clavicle, scapula. So many things are there. Is it clear? In the same way, we have the artery which supplies the upper limb is the basically origin from subclavian artery, then it continues as brachial artery, then it divides into radial and ulnar artery. Then in the hand, it anastomosis forms the the superficial and deep palmar arch. Whereas the vein follows the arteries and they have same name. Suppose if it is the brachial artery, brachial vein, artery, radial vein, like that. And finally, it is going to end or it is going to join the subclavian vein, right subclavian vein on the right side and left on the left side. So today, as we have to discuss about the lower limb marma, and already I have told the most marmas of the upper limb and lower limb are same. Only exception is the joints. Here in the upper limb we have shoulder joint, elbow joint and wrist joint is replaced by hip joint, knee joint and ankle joint. Here the marmas are changed. Here Janu marma is equal to Kurpara marma and Gulfa marma is equal to Manibandha marma. This is the just the two comparative marmas which are present on the upper limb as well as on the lower limb. Now that Talarudaya marma is also present in the, so for example, this is the only for example, later you should study, then you will understand the concept of marma here. Talarudaya is present in four means two in the upper limb, two in the lower limb. Kshipra marmas are four in number. Why Kshipra marmas are four in number? Because the two in the upper limb, two in the lower limb. So in this way, 11 marma in each limb, then we should multiply it into a 4 because we have 4 limbs. So altogether it will be of 44 marmas. Is it clear, students? Are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Suppose
Yes,
if I say ani marma, how many ani marmas will be there? How many ani marmas will be there?
4. 4.
4.
4.
Is it clear? 4. 4 means 2 on the upper limb, 2 on the lower limb. Because I have to discuss both today, upper limb and lower limb. Only few exceptions are there regarding few marmas are concerned. So first I will complete all the remaining portion of the marma. Then we'll discuss which are the name changes in the upper limb and lower limb. So yesterday we were completed the this ani marma. Where is the location of ani marma? Anyone, please? Yesterday I have told as
Just
assignment, everyone has to read the
Bicep.
shlokas. Huh.
just
Not
about
see.
3 fingers of cubital fossa.
Okay. 3 finger above the, it is not cubital fossa, we should consider it as elbow joint. Okay. Suppose the same marma, ani marma, if it is there on the lower limb, then where is the location of the ani marma in the lower limb? Anyone, please? It is just comparative. See here, we have the joint, that is the elbow joint. Above the elbow joint, 3 finger. 3 finger above the elbow joint is the ani marma. Same way, ani marma is also present in the lower limb. Then how to locate ani marma in the lower limb?
3
Just
fingers
about
above knee
Three
joint.
fingers of
3 finger above the
knee joint.
3
Knee
finger above the which
joint.
joint?
Knee joint.
3 finger above the which joint?
Knee
Knee
joint.
joint.
Very good. Very good. Now you are getting the things. Now you are understanding the what? Marma Sharira. Is it clear? Is it clear
Yes,
or
sir.
what? और any confusion है? अब तक यानी any confusion हो रहा है क्या आप लोगों को? अगर आप लोगों को confusion है तो मैं थोड़ा slow जाता हूँ.
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
Now, if there is any injury to ani marma, that is considered as snayu marma and vaikalekara marma. There is increase in the swelling and stabda shakti. Stabda shakti means numbness of the limb. So these numbness basically because of nerve damage and because of loss of blood supply. These two conditions where we come across the numbness, especially the nervous system or the nerve damage. The numbness because of loss of blood supply means there is a word shosha, that is the dryness. That means in modern physiology we consider as a necrosis. If there is no blood supply, the cell is going to die. This is called as necrosis. If the necrosis occurs, then that part of the body or the part of that regional part of that will be undergoing necrosis and it will look like blue color or black color because of what? That area is not supplied by blood or any blood injuries or blood vessel injuries. Okay. Now coming to word Baharvi. Same word it is used as the Urvi in the lower limb. So where is the location here? Bharvi location or Urvi location. It is the middle of the arm in the upper limb. It is called as Bharvi. And same way, Urvi means it is the middle of the thigh. So which bone is there in the thigh? Femur bone is there. Then in the upper limb, which bone is there? That is the humerus bone. So first I will discuss upper limb, that is Bharvi. Same word, same marma. It is only name changes in the lower limb. Bharvi means it is the center of the arm. Orvi means it is the center of the thigh. So in Marma Sharira, they have not mentioned whether it belongs to anterior part and posterior part. We should consider on all the side. Okay. Some students, they get confused. They think that it is there on only anterior side. It is there on the only posterior side of the upper limb. No, it is not like that. It is the whole circumference we should consider as Marma area itself. Okay. Suppose if they are telling center of the thigh means it is on the anterior side, it is on the medial side, it is on the lateral side, it is on posterior side also we should consider. Okay. Now this is the location. Then what happened if there is, and it is considered as Sira Marma and Vaikalekara Marma. Sira Marma is basically blood vessel variety of marmas. Vaikalekara means if such any injury leads to Vikalata. So which artery is there in the arm? Now student has to tell which artery is
Brachial artery.
present in the arm.
Brachial
Okay, in the
artery.
same way, the arteries of the very good. The artery of the thigh is the femoral artery. Okay, The arteries of the thigh is what here? Femoral artery. So even if you want to tell more clear anatomically, already you know that the medial this nerve, ulnar nerve from the anterior compartment, it is going to the posterior compartment at the middle of the arm. In the same way, the radial nerve, which is there presently, which is present in the posterior compartment, then it will come into the anterior compartment exactly in the middle of the arm. This is what anatomical consideration. Then the blood vessels like brachial artery, brachial vein, and median nerve are also easily get in the middle of the arm. Easily get in the middle of the arm. This is a one point of view. And when we are talking about lower limb, so lower limb we have adductor Hunter's canal. We call it as a what? Hunter's canal. In the Hunter's canal, basically the blood vessels like femoral artery and femoral vein, they pass from the anterior compartment towards the posterior compartment exactly at the middle of the thigh. So that junction we can compare with the ORV or Baharvi. Suppose if you dissect, then you could have gone through the courses of ulnar nerve in the arm and radial nerve in the arm, then you will come across all these cross each other at the middle of the arm. So same way in the lower limb also, the blood vessels like femoral artery and vein, which crosses from one compartment to another compartment through the Hunter's canal in the middle of the thigh. So if any injury to such point or such place in the middle of the arm, there may be a chances of getting nerve damage or arterial damage rather than here bone and muscle, because the bone and muscles are deeply placed compared to nerve and arteries. So what happened if any such injuries over the middle of the arm or anything, that is Shonita Kshaya word. See here in the upper limb and lower limb, I will use more Sanskrit terms because you have to understand the concept. Then later onwards, I will not use Sanskrit term. Just I will highlight the brief point about the remaining marmas. Is it clear, students? Because
Yes,
it will
sir.
take much time if I start reading all Ayurvedic shlokas and those words. See how they have located Ani marma. Sorry, this Orvi marma. Orvi, Uru Madhya. Uru is what here? Thigh region. Bahu is arm region. Remember, Bahu, why the word Barvi? Because Bahu means arm. Urvasti means here femur bone. Uru Madhya is the Urvi Marma. Uru Madhya is Urvasti is femur bone. Uru means thigh. Is it clear, students? Is it clear? Now you have to reply yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Getting the things?
Yes, sir.
So any anatomical consideration here? Anyone, please? I have told just now I have completed anatomical consideration. Why the middle of the arm or middle of the thigh is important. Once again, I'll repeat so that in the same way you should understand other marmas also. So why I'm telling all these things? Because they have some clinical consideration, anatomical consideration there. Without anatomy, they could have not able to locate the marmas. Why? Once again, I'll repeat why the middle of the arm means the ulnar nerve passes from anterior compartment to the posterior compartment, whereas the this radial nerve from the posterior compartment to anterior compartment, and as well as the attachment of coracobrachialis muscle is also in the middle of the arm. The middle of the arm has got very much clinical and anatomical consideration. In the same way, Hunter's canal. Hunter's canal means what? It is a canal formed by the muscles and fascias where it forms the tunnel so that artery and vein can pass easily from anterior to posterior compartment. And there it continues as popliteal artery. Here on the anterior compartment, it is the femoral artery. When it crosses the Hunter's canal, later it continues as popliteal artery. Same artery, only name changes because according to the location or the junctions, the artery names and veins names are going to change. Now, Baharvi and Orvi marma is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, they are both are same, only name changes. Baharvi in the upper limb, Orvi in the lower limb. Why Orvi word? Urvasti is the femur bone. Uru means thigh. Bahu means arm. Is it clear, students? Now
Yes,
everyone
sir.
must say either yes or no. Otherwise, see here, we are sitting on one side and you all are there on other side. And some students are leaving the online classes and some students now they are joining the online classes. So it is very difficult to manage the things. Now you have to tell the answers. Then only we can understand that the students are there alive or जिंदा है सुन रहा है ऐसा हमको मालूम होता है. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Which Marma
Yes,
is there
sir.
on the screen? Which Marma is there on the screen?
Lohita.
Lohitaksha.
Okay,
Lohitaksha.
Lohitaksha Marma. Okay.
Lohitaksha.
Now I will ask one question. What do you mean by surgical neck of humerus? You can understand the word surgical neck of humerus.
Yes, sir.
How many
It is the
necks are
point.
there in the humerus bone at presently that you know because you don't know about femur bone? How many necks are there in the humerus bone? Anatomical neck is there.
Morphological.
Two.
Surgical neck is there.
Surgical, morphological.
Morphological
Okay.
neck.
Same way in lower limb also the femur bone is same as good as humerus bone because the humerus is longer than humerus bone, but location is same. Here in it is upper limb, it is the humerus bone, and lower limb it is the femur. There also we have very rounded head in the femur and rounded head in the humerus also. Both the bone looks same, but the surgical neck in the humerus also same we are getting in the femur also. There surrounding these surgical neck, the very important nerve in the upper limb is the axillary nerve, which encircles the surgical neck. Along with the surgical neck, the blood vessels, anterior circumflex artery and posterior circumflex arteries are also encircles the neck of the femur and neck of the humerus. This is a very important junction. Why it is important? The very important blood vessels like circumflex arteries and veins, both in the lower limb as well as in the upper limb, encircles the neck of the humerus and neck of the femur, axillary artery here, axillary nerve in the upper limb. So that junction is the Lohitaksha. So where is the location according to Ayurveda? It is above the Orvi Marma and below the hip joint or shoulder joint. समझ में आ रहा है आप लोगों को? Suppose if it is there in the upper limb, it is above the Bharvi Marma but below the shoulder joint. Below the shoulder joint means we should consider it as not head of the humerus, we should consider it as neck of the humerus. Is it clear? Because neck is outside the capsule, but within the capsule is joint capsule is the head of the femur bone, sorry, humerus bone. Now you are getting the things, students.
Yes,
Are
sir.
you able to understand what I am mean to tell? Means if you consider the head of the humerus, that is the within the capsule of the joint. If you consider neck of the bone, that is outside the joint capsule. But what Lohitaksha Marma says, it is above the Orvi Marma but below the shoulder joint or below the hip joint. So we should consider it is outer side of the capsule, outer part of the capsule. So better it is considered the neck of the humerus and neck of the femur is the Lohitaksha Marma. And why I am telling this? There very important blood vessels encircles this point. Is it clear? Lohitaksha Marma is also present in the upper limb. Lohitaksha Marma is also present in the lower limb. Altogether 4 Lohitaksha Marma. So in general, they are locating that it is the area covered by deltoid muscle here in the upper limb, and it is the area covered by gluteal region in the lower limb. समझ में आ रहा है आप लोगों को? Getting
Yes,
the
sir.
things? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So most of this area is covered by deltoid. So when you remove the deltoid muscle, what you will get? You will get circumflex arteries and you will get axillary nerve. Axillary nerve supplies the deltoid muscle. And why we need a deltoid muscle? So for any type of abduction, abduction, we need the deltoid muscle. If that nerve is damaged, if axillary nerve is damaged, so the person cannot abduct his hand. So उसको abduction नहीं कर सकते patient because of paralysis of deltoid muscle. Same way, in the lower limb also there are gluteal nerves. If the gluteal nerves are damaged, then person is not able to abduct his lower limb. So this is a very important junction where most of the muscles covering this area, not only muscles, their muscles are very big and thick, and most of the muscles are responsible for abduction of the upper limb and lower limb, and more deeply the nerve and arteries and veins are present. So this we should consider it as the Lohitaksha. For easy understanding purpose, for what we should consider, आप लोग इंजेक्शन लिया है ना deltoid में, have you taken injection in the deltoid region?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that region, that part we should consider it as लोहिताक्ष मर्म. आप लोगों को सब जगह में इधर ग्लूटेल रीजन में शायद आप लोग इंजेक्शन लिया है ना?
Yes, sir.
आप लोग शायद लिया है उधर इंजेक्शन, लिया क्या नहीं?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That we should consider as the Lohitaksha Marma. Even the why injection concept has come there, because the muscles are very thick, so that easily you can penetrate the needle over there, and if you push the that material, the liquid material, that easily mix up with the blood. Why it easily mix up with the blood? Because of there is a huge network of blood capillaries, so that whatever the injected material is there, it is directly reaching the blood, and that affects the whole body. This is the concept there. Why injection they are using more in number? Because the main purpose is that immediate mixing the drugs into the blood. The what happened when we take the medicine through the oral cavity means it has to go through the digestive system, then later it has to reach the blood. It will take time. So injection immediately it will reach the blood. So what happened if any injury to that particular area, it is considered as Sira Marma and it belongs to Vaikalekara Marma. Sira means what here? Again, it is the blood vessel variety type of Marma. Then Vaikalekara means any Vikalata. If suppose any deep sharp injuries over that particular junction may damage to the neck of the femur or neck of the humerus. Any blunt injuries, any accidental injuries may damage the neck and the both upper limb as well as lower limb. That they later they produce the Vikalata, because the two important nerves are very close to the neck part of the humerus. Because if you see the brachial plexus here in the upper limb and femoral nerve in the lower limb, they are very close to this Lohitaksha Marma, may damage to the femoral nerve in the lower limb, and the brachial plexus or through the cords of the brachial plexus may damage to at this junction. That leads to what? Lohita Kshaya. Lohita again blood, and Kshaya is the loss, blood loss. And if it is not treated, the severe blood loss, it is very common wherever you will come across. If there is a severe blood loss, that is an emergency case. If it is not treated, the person may die. So Maranam here, the death is going to occur. So what they will say? The Lohitaksha Marma references Orvu Urumado Vankshana Sandur Ado. Vankshana Sandhi means Vankshana is hip joint. Vankshana Sandhi Ado means lower part of the hip joint. So we should consider as neck of the humerus and neck of the femur. Is it clear, students? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why we should consider as neck here? Now you have to tell. Why we should consider as neck here, neck of, is there any anatomical consideration like that? Or any hint why we should consider neck of the humerus? In Shloka, what they have showed? In Shloka, it is present below the Vankshana Sandhi, that is a hip joint. That means we should understand it is not within the joint capsule, it is outside the joint capsule and close to the joint capsule. Remember like that. Okay. So because of that point, that what point they have mentioned, it is below the Vankshana Sandhi, that we should consider it as within the capsule or outside the capsule. Next marma is the Kakshadara marma. Are you getting there, students? Which marma is there on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Akshadara.
Akshadara.
Kakshadara. Now,
Kaksha.
okay. Now, anyone please define axilla? Anyone please define. आप लोगों को axilla मालूम है? आप लोगों को axilla मालूम है ना?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
कहाँ आता है axilla? Just locate
Yes,
the
sir.
axilla where it comes. Where it is situated, axilla. Just tell me the location of axilla. Anyone? I'll give the brief hint. Where it is present? Where it is present, the axilla?
Armpit.
Whether it is, see, the axilla is the connects. It is the junction where it connects the upper limb with the chest. Is it clear?
Yes,
Is
sir.
it clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now you just locate the axilla. Where it is located, axilla? जहां आपका अपर लिम्ब ज्वाइन होता है thorax को. समझ में आ रहा है ऐसा? आपका अपर
Yes,
लिम्ब
just below shoulder joint.
thorax को ज्वाइन होता है और there it will form a big pit and that pit is called as axilla. So which are the structures are there in the axilla? Anyone?
Axillary artery.
Very good. Axillary artery. Then which vein is present there?
Axillary.
Axillary vein is present. Now brachial plexus. So
Medial
all
or
of you have
lymphatic.
brachial plexus. There you will get the big nerves. Before the nerves, there you have come across cord, medial cord, lateral cord, and posterior cord. So at axilla, you will come across cord level. That is the brachial plexus cord level. Then what is Kakshadara marma here? Kakshadara marma is nothing but where Kaksha word is the armpit, Vaksha. Kaksha is the armpit, Vaksha is the chest. Where there is a junction of Kaksha and Vaksha. That junction it is the Kakshadara marma. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Reference says Vaksha Kakshayor madhye Kakshadaram तस्मिन् विद्यते एवो उपद्रवः. अगर इधर इंजुरी होता है तो आपका एक्सिलरी आर्टरी डैमेज हो सकता है, एक्सिलरी वेन डैमेज हो सकता है, and there may be a damage to the cord of the brachial plexus because it is below the skin and the axilla is most of the axilla that is covered by or just below the skin you will get the huge amount of fat. And within that fat also you will get the number of lymph nodes. The group of lymph nodes are also present in the axilla, and more deeper you will get the important blood vessels, and very important is the brachial plexus and its cords. If any injury to Kakshadara, then it leads to the paralysis. It is why the word paralysis, it is considered as Pakshagata in Ayurveda. Pakshagata in Ayurveda it is called as paralysis because if such injury damages the nerve and nerve will not stimulate the muscle and muscle will not contract. If there is no action of the muscle, then it is going to die. Then there is no action means there is no movement at all. We need for the movement we need a muscle. For muscle has to contract. Then for the muscle we need a nerve. Nerve has to stimulate the muscle. Then we need the commandings like sensory and motor output. So that's what we have in the brain, sensory areas and motor areas. and all the motor area of the brain is responsible for the contraction of muscle. Okay. Same way, Pakshagata means here it is the local injury or local damage of the nerve here in the axillary region, that is the Kakshadara Marma. Their word Pakshagata they have given, that is the whole limb, whole upper limb get paralyzed because the remaining nerves like radial nerve, brachial, this ulnar nerve and median nerve supplies the lower limb. There they start as these nerve and they travel to the arm, they cross the elbow joint, then they travel through the forearm, then they cross the wrist joint, then finally they end in the hand. So throughout this course, there may be any injury to these nerves over the arm region, over the forearm region, and over the axillary region. If axillary region is there, whole upper limb is going to damage. If injury to any nerve at the elbow joint, from there the forearm and hands are going to damage. The damage means they are not able to, or deformities are observed. If any nerve damage over the wrist joint, then we can observe the deformity in the digits like that. So Pakshagata is here in the axilla part. It is considered as Snayu Marma and it is the one among the Vaikalyakara Marma. So I already have told the most of the marmas which are present on the over the upper limb and lower limb are, most of them are the Vaikalyakara Marma. Few are Rujakara Marma and only few Kshipra and Talarudaya are the Kalantara Pranahara Marma. Okay. Getting the things? Getting the things or what?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we have to tell, I have told already, it is the junction of chest and upper limb, or in most specifically in anatomy, it is the axilla where you will have very important blood vessels and nerves like that. Same way in the lower limb, Kakshadara is it is upper limb, but it is not possible with the lower limb. Why? There we have abdomen and lower limb. Here in the upper limb we have chest and upper limb. In the lower side we have abdomen and I am just repeating the things. Abdomen and what is that junction is called as? What is the junction is called where abdomen joins with the thigh? What is that junction? So just go through the slides. These are same marmas on the lower limb. There is Kurcha Shira and Gulfa here ankle joint. Then Indrabasti, it is the calf region. Same way in the upper limb. Here it is Janu Marma, that is the Sandhi Marma. Then Ani Marma above 3 finger, that is 3 angula above the knee joint. Then here also Vorvi, it is the middle of the thigh. Then Lohitaksha, same, it is same as Lohitaksha, that is neck of the femur here. Then here we have the Vitapa Marma. Have you got it, Vitapa Marma there? Anyone? See the location, Vitapa Marma. Where is the Vitapa Marma location?
In the region of
Where is the location of Vitapa Marma?
groin region.
Very good. Now tell me, see the things, what you are seeing that you have to tell. Which reason, what that they are showing there?
Groin.
Groin. Very good. What is a groin? What do you mean by groin? Groin का मतलब क्या है? It is the junction between abdomen and thigh. What is the groin? What do you mean by groin? Students, are you there?
Junction between abdomen and thigh.
Now, everyone must tell, जोर से बोलने का है मर्मा. बोलो.
Marma.
Marma. Are you there?
Marma.
Marma. So if who were all alive, please say marma.
Marma.
हाँ.
Marma.
Marma.
जोर से बोलो.
Marma.
Okay.
Marma.
Now,
Marma.
now one student. Just now she told, what she told, it is the groin. Okay, what is a groin? Now I will tell, it is a junction of lower part of the abdomen and the thigh. So by seeing the location, already we have dissected that part. What it is called anatomically?
Inguinal.
Inguinal.
Very good. What is-
Inguinal region.
Very good. What is that?
Inguinal canal.
Inguinal region.
Very good. Very good. Very nice. Very nice answer. Inguinal canal. Okay. Have you heard about this word superficial inguinal ring and deep inguinal ring?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ओके सुपरफिशियल इंग्वाइनल रिंग में क्या क्या होता है, क्या क्या स्ट्रक्चर रहता है? Superficial inguinal ring that we have dissected during our dissection, is it clear? Now you have to tell yes or no. Then I will ask some questions and your duty is to
Yes,
say
sir.
whether yes or no. We have dissected in superficial inguinal ring, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There, so in the superficial inguinal ring, where we have come across one artery. What is the name of the artery in male body? What is the artery name in the superficial inguinal ring that supplies the testis? That supplies the testis. What it is called?
Testicle.
Good. Someone said. Someone they are trying. What is that?
Spermatic cord.
Very good. Very good. Now you have to open your, see the, if you are not able to tell or if you are not responding, that means here ये तो जादू जैसा होता है. ये online teaching is like जादू जैसा हो रहा है हमको. Listen here. Okay, very good. Just now she said, she told about what is that?
Spermatic cord.
Spermatic cord. Why the word spermatic cord? Because spermatic cord is present in that, that is the ductus deferens. Ductus deferens का मतलब क्या है? जो testis से एक tube जाता है. From the testis, there is the highly coiled tube that is called as epididymis. Then later onwards, it continues as a single tube, that is the ductus deferens. So which carries sperm. Is it clear, student? What it carries? Sperm. So where the sperms are formed? Where the sperms are going to form?
Seminiferous tubule. Seminiferous tubule.
Seminal. Where they are going to form? आप लोगों को इतना भी मालूम नहीं है कि स्पर्म कहाँ पैदा होता है? ब्रेन में, स्पर्म ब्रेन में पैदा होता है क्या? ब्रेन में होता है या टेस्टिस में होता है?
Testis.
Very good answer. Who told that? Testis. ब्रेन में होता है क्या या टेस्टिस में होता है? It is formed in the testis. Then later they pass through the ductus deferens and the arteries which are supplying the testis are called as testicular artery and the vein is the testicular vein. And they are covered by some fascia called as spermatic fascia. So all these are present at this junction in the superficial inguinal ring. And that is nothing but the vitapa marma. That is nothing but the what here? Vitapa marma. So just it is a general knowledge question. Any damage to the vitapa marma. So which are the structures are going to damage? Which are the structures?
Spermatic.
Very good. Tell me.
Testicular artery,
Testicular
vein.
artery. Very good. Testicular vein. Then one more important part is
Inguinal canal. Formation of sperms.
no. Which structure is important over there at that junction at vitapa marma? स्पर्मेटिक कॉर्ड में क्या क्या रहता है? स्पर्मेटिक कॉर्ड में डक्टस रेफरेंस रहता है. डक्टस रेफरेंस किस लिए चाहिए? इट कैरीज द स्पर्म. अगर if there is any damage to the ductus deferens, if any damage to the testicular artery, if any damage to the testicular vein, or why they are more prominent here? Because they are very close to the skin surface, so that easily you can damage the superficial inguinal ring. Why? Very superficially, or just below the skin. So if such damage is over the vitapamarma, क्या हो सकता है? Whether person, if sperms are there, semen is there. Okay, in the normal way, the normal production of the semen and normal production of the sperms, if all the things normal and man will have a normal sexual activities. Okay, if there is any problem with the testis or any problem or any damage to the arteries supplying the testis or any damage to the ductus deferens or like that, then what happen? Person will lose the normal sexual behavior. In general, it is the most of the time it is concerned with the erection problem. So in Ayurveda, it is considered as if there is any erection problem. In modern, it is considered as impotent, not able to have normal sexual activity. It is called as impotent. In Ayurveda, it is said as shanda. What is they have used G what here? Shanda. It is the loss of sexual power or impotent if such vitapamarma if it is damaged, because why that is impotent? There is the root of the sperm or the course of the sperm is damaged in between, because the ductus deferens, again the further continuous course is going behind to urinary bladder. There it is joined by seminal vesicle, then later it joins with the prostate gland, and all are secreted there in the prostate gland, and further continues as the through the membranous urethra, and one final ejaculation, sexual ejaculation through the penile urethra, that is the through the penis. So this is the normal process of ejaculation of semen. So this is the course from testis to penis. So this is a very long course, 45 centimeter approximately. So if it is in between, if there is any damage, then person may suffer from impotent. So that's what they have mentioned. Vitapamarma is the junction where your abdomen is going to join with the thigh, that is the groin, or most specifically that is the inguinal region. And again, inguinal region, that is the superficial inguinal ring, spermatic cord damage is considered as vitapamarma damage. Then what is the things happen? Shanda, then alpa shukrata. Word listen here. Alpa shukrata means less sperm count or less quantity of semen is going to form. These two things, less count of sperm is also abnormal condition, and less quantity of semen is also abnormal condition where the person cannot have normal sexual activities. Is it clear, students?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Remember, vitapamarma is present only in the lower limb, and same vitapamarma is replaced in the upper limb as kakshadara. Why the kakshadara word? Kakshadara means it is the junction of joining of the upper chest with the upper limb. Chest with the what? Upper limb. So by considering all these marmas, that we are completing the upper limb and lower limb. And few exceptions I want to tell. One exception is the first one is the vitapamarma in the lower limb. It is present only in the lower limb, and kakshadara, it is present only in the upper limb. So gulfa, it is present only in the lower limb, that is ankle joint, and manibandha is only present in the upper limb, that is the wrist joint. Same way, Janumarma is in the lower limb, that is the knee joint, and Kurpara is in the upper limb as the elbow joint. So, what happened if any Manibandha Marma, if there is any injury to Manibandha Marma, it is Manibandha means how to locate wrist joint, already or ankle joint. Ankle joint is present between foot and leg. This is the reference we have. In the same way, the wrist joint, that is the Manibandha Marma, is present between Prakosta and Hasta. Okay, there is a junction that is formed by Manibandha Marma, and it is Sandhi type of Marma and Rujakara Marma. Ruja means what it indicates? It indicates a severe pain. It indicates what here? Severe pain. So, the next, any injury to Manibandha Marma, that is the Kuntata. They have told the Kuntata means deformity of the hand, not whole upper limb. Anatomically, hand means palmar side. Okay. Then Kurpara marma, that is Prakosta and Bahu, it is variety of Sandhi marma. It is variety of Sandhi marma. And Vaikalakara. Vaikalakara means Vikalata, deformity. And any injury to this leads to the lameness of the upper limb. That is the paralysis of the upper limb, or not able to perform the normal activity, normal action of the muscle. May be damage to the any nerve or blood vessels, or any deeper structure, like easily here at this junction, easily we can damage medial epicondyle and lateral epicondyle, because they are just below the skin. Easily we can feel the bony landmark over the elbow joint. Okay, these are the Kurpara. Once again, I'll just repeat. The all marmas are same, like Shipra marma is present in all 4 limbs, that is in the up to upper limb and 2 lower limb. Then Kurcha, Talarudaya, Kurcha Shira, all are present on the, if in the upper limb they are present in the hand, if they are in the lower limb they are present in the foot. Okay. Then forearm in the upper limb and leg in the lower limb. Arm in the upper limb same as in the lower limb, it is the thigh, is the junction. So few exceptions, only name changes because of the Vitapa marma, Kakshadara, Manibandha and Kurpara. It is replaced there Jano and Mani, Jano and this Kurpa marma. So I will request all the students, any problem now, if you are facing in concern with the upper limb and lower limb marmas, please let me ask some questions by students. I want to know any doubt or any queries from the student side. So and so, suppose if you consider whatever the points they have told in the upper limb and lower limb, other than these points, if you feel that, or if you think that it is also, it could be also considered as marma. If any such locations, if it is there, please shall we discuss such points also. Any questions? Any questions? Students, now you have to tell some question, otherwise I will ask some questions. Hello, are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Any
sir.
questions? Any questions?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Now once again I will just share the slide. Now you have to just name the marma, not name the marma, you have to tell the location. See, don't read the over the slide. You have to just locate the marmas, and marma with the lakshana also very important, and you have to read the marma with the lakshana yourself, so that to understand the which type of injuries over there, whether it is Nayo marma injury, or it is Mamsa marma, whether it is Sira marma, or it is Asti marma injury. Now on the screen, which marma is there?
Shipra marma.
Now locate the
Shipra
Shipra marma by seeing the diagram. Locate it fast.
It is
Like
present
the
between
fingers.
Okay. Now next same way, which marma on the screen? Here,
Talarudaya.
locate where it comes, where it is situated.
Central part.
Central part.
Okay. Now where is the Kurcha marma location? Kurcha marma.
base of the thumb.
Thumb.
But so here base of the thumb is okay, correct, but it is above the Kshipra marma. In that sense, in the same way, you have to use the whatever the shlokas are there, shloka references are there, you have to use those words. Okay, now it is good. At least you are able to identify the locations by seeing the diagrams. Okay, now which marma it is here? Kurcha Shira, where it comes?
Kurcha
Where it
It
comes?
is
Kurcha Shira marma.
Manibandha.
Below
It
the
is
elbow joint.
below
Below the
Manibandha.
elbow joint.
Manibandha.
Below the wrist joint in the upper limb and below the ankle joint in the lower limb. Then where is the Manibandha marma? Manibandha is in the upper limb, and same way Gulfa in the lower limb.
Between
And
Hasta
where is the
and
location?
Prakosta.
Where is the location of ankle joint?
Between the forearm.
Very good. Between the forearm and hand is the wrist joint. Same way, between the leg and foot is the ankle joint. That is the Gulfa Marma. Pada Janga. Pada means foot. Janga means leg. Jangasti.
Leg.
Tibia and fibula are considered as Jangasti. Urvasti is femur bone. Prakostasti. Bahir Prakostasti. Antar Prakostasti. Bahir is the radius. Antar Prakostasti is the Anna. So understand in these sense, then you are able to understand the Marma concept. Now I will move with the next Marma. What is this? Just name the Marma.
Indravati.
Indra,
Where is the location?
Indravasti.
Where is the location?
Center of forearm.
Center of forearm.
Correct, forearm. Same way, if it is there on the lower limb, that is the center of calf muscles. Center of the leg or calf muscle area is considered as Lohitaksha Marma. Okay, next, which Marma here on this side?
Purpura.
Okay. Purpara, it is in the lower limb, it is Janu. It is lower limb, it is the Janu. Then comes to Ani
Janu.
Marma. It is 3 finger above the elbow joint and 3 finger above the knee joint. Then what is Baharvi? It is the center of the arm. And if it is the
Middle
center of the thigh, is the Orvi. Same.
Thigh.
Then Lohitaksha Marma are also present in the upper limb and lower limb. Then Kakshadara, it is only present in the upper limb. And same way here,
Upper limb.
just go through the slides there so that you can understand. Kshipra Marma in the lower limb, Talarhridaya in the lower limb, Kurcha in the lower limb, Kurcha Shira in the lower limbs, like that. Same way, Gulfa, Indravasti, then Janu, Ani, then last one is the Lohitaksha and last one is the Vitapa Marma. So, Vitapa Marma injury, once again I'll repeat, that is the Shanda, that is loss of sexual activities or impotent. Alpa Shukruta is the less sperm count and less quantity of the semen. Then Kakshadara injury, that is the Pakshagata. Manibandha injury, that is the Kuntata, and Purpara Marma is the Kuni injury, that is the lameness. Okay. So, next Wednesday and Thursday, please remember, try to read the shlokas and I will ask to read about the shlokas. Yesterday, even I have told yesterday, I'll ask some shlokas related with this and other things. Okay, by seeing this, any doubt? Once again, I'll repeat, any doubt or any queries?
No, sir.
Okay, so other than subject now, I want to discuss something about exam. So you should be, already we have sent the exam timetable through the WhatsApp group. Now everyone has to prepare the exam content, syllabus already, anatomy people, they have given the syllabus. Hello, what happened? So everyone must read the syllabus given by the department, prepare yourself. So any technical issues, so that will be later informed by Dr. Sumit sir, that Sumit sir is doing some rules and regulations that is concerned with the online examination. Later we'll share all the rules and regulations regarding how to write the online examinations and what are the rules and regulations, that will be dealt later. But before that, so you must have or anything, you must arrange the necessary things yourself. Is it clear? It may be the laptop or any mouse, keypad, internet, all the necessary things should be. You have to make your own arrangement. Okay, every day there will be one exam. Then the exam questions format will be 8 questions, 5 marks each. That means total 40 questions, 40 marks, 8 questions. Is it clear? Is it clear or what?
Yes, sir.
8 questions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is 5 marks each, altogether 40 marks. And even though we are taking Viva, that will be decided by, that will decide later, and we will inform you through the WhatsApp group. Please be alert, and if no, this message must sent to all the students, because at present only 50 students are there. Here I am getting all the 50 students, but remaining 50 students, they must know about the conduction of exam and other things. And any other queries, or you want to tell anything other than subject, please let me discuss. Any problem? Any problem?
Sir.
No, if it is no, then say loudly no.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay.
No,
And
sir.
then today I will end up my session. So everyone loudly, once again, just say marma.
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 Okay.
Marma.
Thank you.
Thank
Shall
you,
we
sir.
complete?
Sir.
Shall we
Thank you, sir.
complete? Shall we complete the class? End up the class?
Yes, sir.
Thank
Yes, sir.
you.
Thank you very much. Take
Yes, sir.
care.
Thank you, sir.
Take care. Be safe.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Take care. Be safe.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, you can leave now. Still 20, 12, 11 students are there. Please leave this online class. Is it clear? Hello? Few students are there. You can leave now.